Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Repeat Ron, and today we're going to be doing another Deep Rock Galactic tier list. This is for all the overclocks for the Warthog auto shotgun that Engineer has. I've recently tried all of these, so I feel somewhat confident in putting them here, although some of them I have sort of mixed feelings about, and I'll be talking about each of those individually. Let's begin with the clean overclocks and then just move along. So our first clean overclock is Stunner. Stunner makes it so you have a higher percent chance of stunning enemies. I believe it's by 20 or 30% more chance to stun, and if you do stun an enemy, you will be doing 30% more damage to them. This also counts for enemies that are stunned by allies, not specifically yours, so if an ally stuns somebody, you can do more damage to it. This one's just a straight improvement for the shotgun. It does make stunning more of a practical use for it. I don't see tons of value in Stunner, but it's definitely not a bad thing, and especially stunning something like a Menace is great. That way you can at least kill it off before it burrows again. It does have some pretty good uses, and it works decently well against grunts. Nothing really bad to say about Stunner, but nothing incredibly impressive about it either. I'd probably put this one into B tier, because it is a definite improvement to the Warthog. Up next we have lightweight magazines. This gives you 18 additional total ammo and knocks off 0.4 seconds of your reload time, which both those are very good. The shotgun, in my experience, suffers from ammo and from its reload, as well as it not being very good at long range. It is a shotgun, so you kind of expect it not to be that great, but it can feel really weak at any sort of range that's not close to medium range. So this does help out quite a bit with that, not necessarily with the range, but the reload speed, so you can keep up the fight at close range, and extra ammo is always nice because the shotgun can run through ammo pretty fast. This one's probably one of my favorite overall overclocks for the Warthog shotgun, but even so, it's still not, it doesn't turn the Warthog into anything crazy, so I'd put it to A because it's a definite improvement to the Warthog. Next up we got magnetic pellet alignment. This might be my favorite overclock for this weapon. This reduces your base spread by 50%, so now you can actually use this shotgun at medium range pretty effectively. It's still not incredibly great at long range, but it is doable now, so that is a definite improvement. This also gives you 30% bonus damage to weak spots. This comes at the cost of losing out on rate of fire. However, I always pick the automatic fire on the tier 5, so it pretty much cancels out the weakness of this. So I can build the shotgun however I want, and it's going to be a definite improvement over the base shotgun. This is probably the best overclock, in my opinion, for the Warthog. I would put this one probably up into A tier. I don't think I'd put it into S tier, even though it is their best one. Compared to other overclocks, it doesn't do anything incredibly crazy, it just makes the weapon pretty solid all the way around. Next we have Cycle Overload. Cycle Overload gives you 1 more damage per shot, which is really good for a shotgun, and 2 more rate of fire. So you can, if you run all full rate of fire on this, you can shoot this out incredibly fast. This comes at the cost of reload speed, which you can mitigate with modifications, and base spread. This makes the shotgun even worse at the medium range, and pretty much unusable at long range. So you're going to be using this at very close to medium range. And this one, I kind of like taking on Dreadnought missions. I think it's pretty good for fighting them. However, against fighting everything else, I find it rather lacking. It's decent against crowds. It can be good against Praetorians if you get close. And like I said, it can be really good against Dreadnoughts, but you do have to get close to them, which puts you in more danger. It is probably one of the better options for fighting Dreadnoughts, at least if you want to take the shotgun. But you already have 2 secondaries that are really good at fighting Dreadnoughts, pretty much regardless of how you build them, unless it's like a specific way with the grenade launcher I can think of. So Cycle overall gives you some advantages, but I feel like the disadvantages are just too big. The shotgun already struggles at range, and making it struggle even more just makes it feel that much weaker. I would put Cycle Overload on the low end of B tier. It's definitely not as good as Stunner in an overall setting, but it does have its place for some uses. If you're not taking it on a Dreadnought mission, I'd probably put it into C tier or maybe even D tier. I don't think it's quite that low though, because it does give you some advantage at that close range, and you can clear through crowds pretty fast with it. So I guess into B tier. Then we have mini shells. Mini shells, I'm still a little bit split on, because if you build a specific way, you can make mini shells really work for you. Mini shells gives you 90 more maximum ammo, so you double your maximum ammo with the shotgun, which is amazing because the shotgun really benefits from that. You get 6 more shots in your magazine, again, another great addition, and you half the overall recoil of the gun. Really good. Now this comes at the cost of 2 damage, which is a sizable nerf to your damage. If you go with more pellets and more damage on, I think it's the tier 2 and the tier 4 modifications, you can mitigate this a good amount. You also lose out on 10% stun chance, and you have a shorter stun duration. So if you stun something, it's going to become unstunned extremely quick, and you have a very unlikely chance of stunning them. That being said, stunning isn't way great, as we've already went over with stunner. It has its place and it can be useful. The maximum ammo is the big part of this, and the larger magazine. So you can also take this with even lower recoil reduction and stay on target very easy. This makes the shotgun really good at that close to medium range, and you can spam fire this quite well. This one I do find fun and I do like it. I feel like it still has some weaknesses because you do still have to use up more shells than what you normally would with any of the other overclocks to kill enemies, which that can be kind of annoying because it can sometimes feel like you're not really getting that much of a benefit from the larger magazine and from the extra ammo. But either way, I still think it feels pretty decent, and I would put mini shells into probably high B tier, I think. Above stunner. I don't know if I'd put it as high as lightweight magazine. Maybe I would. All of these do make the shotgun feel much better than it is. I just have a problem with the shotgun in general because even though I don't hate the shotgun by any means, I feel like the base shotgun should be better, or its modifications should be moved around somewhat, because it has 3 really good options at tier 2, and then for me it pretty much has like 1 option at tier 5. I feel like a lot of their modifications should be moved around on the base shotgun and make it feel a little bit more well-rounded, or that you can build it in a couple different ways, because right now it doesn't feel like that much until you have overclocks, and then you can kind of build it in a couple different ways. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did and you would like to see more of these videos, be sure that you get subscribed. That way you get notifications whenever I post them. Thank you guys so very much for watching this. I really do appreciate it. And special thank you to all the supporters of the channel. If you would like your name on this list, become a patron over at my Patreon for only $1 a month, or become a member over here on YouTube for, once again, only $1 a month. You get early access to some of these videos, like this one, and you also get badges and emotes that you can use on your profile, as well as in any live stream. Thank you guys so very much for doing that. I really do appreciate it. Links in the description to that stuff. I will see all of you guys next time. Till then, stay cool, and bye!